Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Bakah Kwadash. Again, this Shakim, Adrilazil back with another quick lesson. And I'm gonna just make this quick lesson on pretty much, to say the least, a living testimony. It's something simple, but everything is done by the Lord, and there's a reason behind everything, man. And the reason, I guess, the reason why this conversation was taking place. Let me state from the beginning that I went and seen some relatives that I haven't seen in a while. And they just asked me a simple question like you would ask anybody that you haven't seen in a while, like, hey, how you been? You know what I'm saying? I'm just telling them, taking it day by day, going through trials and tribulations. And, and the person I was talking to, Salakia, the person that asked me that question was, one of my eldest aunts, you know what I'm saying? She haven't seen me in a while. I haven't seen her in a while. She was like, hey, how you been? And I know, she was, she's into the Bible, but she lacks the understanding, the way we should, know it. And she was referring to, when I used the word tribulation, she was like, oh, we haven't been through the tribulation yet. So she was referring to, she said, nah, you haven't been to tribulations yet. She was referring to the great tribulations. We go through trials and tribulations every day, but is there lack of understanding on, the Bible in general? And I'm going to just, for the sake of time, I'm going to just go into it. It basically is the word tribulation, that we go through trials and tribulations every day, and I'm going to just start by the book of Judges chapter 10, verse 13. It says, yet ye have forsaken me and served other gods, wherefore I will deliver you no more. Go and cry unto the gods which ye have chosen. Let them deliver you in the time of your tribulations. And let's go to the Amplified version on the right. It says, yet, Judges 10 and 13 again says, yet you have, yet you have abandoned, rejected me, and served other gods. Therefore I will no longer rescue you. Go cry out to the gods you have chosen. Let them rescue you in your time of distress. People go through distress every day, man. So there's times of distress. People, in distress every day. And that's what tribulation means. But there will be a great tribulation, man. And I'm going to go into that, soon enough, Lord willing. And let's go to the Strong's
H 6869. Sarah.
Sarah. Like, sounds like Sarah, but Sarah. And it says the outline of biblical usage. It says straits, distress, trouble, vexer, rival wife, man. So if you got, say for instance, you in a relationship, and I'm gonna just say from a man's standpoint, where it says the example rival wife. That's a example of distress. That's the example of tribulations, man. You know what I'm saying? You got somebody always, argumentative, and it could be on the other hand, you have a believing Israelite female, and she has a rivaling husband, So yeah, man, that's what tribulation means. We go through trials and tribulations every day, man. You know what I'm saying? So let's go into other synonyms for lack of a better term. It says what? Trouble, distress, affliction, adversity, anguish, tribulation, adversary. So we go through these things every day, man. Mainly on a daily basis, man. You know what I'm saying? Especially once you peep through the spirit, you got the other people want to give like, oh nah, no I don't. I got this carefree life, because they want to neglect the reality and focus on their these people neglect the reality and try to focus on their illusion of happiness and focus on that and try to block everything else out. Just to say that, to say the least. I'm trying to define, in a most clear or clarity of what I'm trying to explain, how certain people act, especially on these platforms and life in general, man. They got this carefree mentality, and they want to block everything else out and just, neglect everything else, or never mind everything else, and just focus on what their ideology of happiness is. And they want to say, nah, they're in their little own bubble, as they say. But yeah, tribulations, we go through that every day, man. And one thing, let me go to Judges 10 and 13 again. It says, yet ye have forsaken me and served other gods. And those other gods is what? Cesare Borgia, fake white man Jesus, and all these other religions, man. Those are examples of serving other gods. Cesare Borgia, fake white man Jesus, have a strong hold on a lot of these plantation Christian Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans here in Babylon the Great, and throughout the earth. But yeah, especially here, man, it has a strong hold. That image, that way of teaching, has a strong hold on our people, man. And like I said, my aunt, Lord willing, the Lord may show mercy, but them, they're that's that mentality, man. They grew up with the teachings of what? Plantation Christianity, man. And the Lord said what, man? And these are all prophets. The Lord said he's going to take what? One of, if I'm roughly paraphrasing, one of a family, two of a, if I'm saying it correctly. So lucky if I'm not, it's either one or two of a family, two of a city or something like that, roughly paraphrasing the scriptures, man. One of a family, two of a city, if it's something like that. So not many people is going to get the true understanding, man, the true purposes of Yahweh Shai, man. Not too many people, man. Like you said, they may hear it, but they're not going to cleave on. They may hear it, but they're not going to cleave on to it, man. Because they really don't have ears to hear, eyes to see, man. They may overhear it, hear the word or whatever. They may think to themselves they got some understanding, but they're gonna still be they're gonna cleave hold to this world, man, and the fashions of this world and the God of this world, which is who? Esau Edom, the self-proclaimed white man. And let's go to the book of Matthew's 24. And the point is in, I'm going to start at 20. So let's see. No, let's go to 21. Matthew 24 and 21 says, for then shall be, let's go to 20 then. Matthew 24 and 20. It says, but pray ye that your flight be not in the winter, neither on the day, neither on the Sabbath day. neither on the Sabbath day. For then shall be great tribulations, such as was not seen, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, no, nor ever shall be. So that's that great, that's that great tribulations, man, which is what? Where it says right here in the beginning, what? Signs of a Mashiach's return, man. That's that great tribulation. That's gonna be that's gonna be that great tribulation that's gonna be upon the whole, especially everyone here in Babylon, man. You know. So we go through tribulations, trials and tribulations every day, but that great tribulation, which is what? Signs of a Mashiach's return, man. You know, yeah, we are waiting patiently for that great tribulation. It says, let's go to the Amplified version. It says, pray that your flight from persecution and suffering will not be in winter or on a Sabbath when Jewish law prohibits travel. It says, for at that time there will be a great tribulation, pressure, distress, oppression, such as has not occurred since the beginning of the world until now, nor ever will. So that's that great tribulation that we're anticipating, man. You know, but we go through trials and tribulations every day. You know, but yeah, I just wanted to make a quick lesson on that, you know, because, you know, that was on my mind. I was, you know, contemplating on what to make a lesson on. And I was like, you know, I might as well do that because that was a couple of weeks ago when I met, you know, reunited with my, you know, relatives, you know, I haven't seen in a while, you know, but, you know, like I was saying, man, they grew up in reading the Bible, but their interpretation, the true understanding, they lack it, man. You know what I'm saying? And that's all prophecy, man. The Lord is not dealing with everybody on this side right now. Not the totality of Israel, man. He's only dealing with his elect. You know, so that right there, we see that's prophecy taking place, man. So we know that this book, these true teachings, especially of Yahweh Shai, that he was given to his chosen men, which is the people that, the elders that that we learn from, but I was distracted. But the elders that we learned from, our teachers, we know they was bestowed upon the Holy Spirit, man, Rakak Wadash. And Lord willing, this was an edifying lesson. Till next time, I'm going to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Rakak Wadash. Again, this is Akim Azul. Lord willing, I'll be back with another lesson. Till next time, Shalom, Barakatham, and the Ball, Shalom.